Hey guys, I'm the Burke and I do things. And today's video is a little different than anything I've done before. I decided to invest some money into a video. I don't necessarily always do something like this, and I want to know how you guys like this and what you think of it. So I went on Ulta and I went through a bunch of different categories in the drugstore realm and bought some of the top rated drugstore products from Ulta, and I've been testing them out over the last few days. And I just filmed a full face putting on those products for you, kind of letting you guys know like what I think of them after testing them a few days, how they apply, showing you like live in person. Also, any category where I didn't buy from, I tried to also pick from my collection products that were very highly rated on Ulta and include them in this face. So this is a full face of the top rated makeup, drugstore makeup at Ulta. And I'm looking forward to telling you guys like what I think of these products. Some of them are newer, some of them I don't think are necessarily super new. So it was really fun to film this. So I'd love to know if you guys like this, if you'd like to see it at other stores. Do you like that it's only drugstore? Like, so would you like to see it again, maybe at a Target or an actual drugstore? Or do you want to see it again with Ulta, with something not drugstore? Let me know. I'm very interested. I had a lot of fun doing research and all the other stuff for this video. Like I said, it's all on my face right now. So if you're interested in seeing what drugstore products I tested out that are really highly rated and if I like them or not, because spoiler, I didn't think they were all the greatest products I've ever tried in my life, then keep on watching. Let's go. Okay, so this first product I had literally never heard of, ever. Not a clue when this came out, how I missed it. This has 4.5 stars on Ulta's website with 45 reviews, which I feel like that's a pretty good ratio. This is from Wet n Wild. This is their Glass Correct primer, and this says brighten crystal-like skin with vitamin C. And I bought this for $5.99, and it says this color correcting and crystal-like skin finish primer may seem like a mirror to parallel dimension, but that's your real skin glowing back at you. So the benefits are it color corrects and gives you a crystal-like finish. It corrects dullness with brightening vitamin C, delivers radiance without grease or shine, and can be worn alone as a natural perfector or as a primer to extend makeup wear. I don't know how I feel about this. I have not been overly impressed. Okay, so like this is my skin without it. Like I don't have perfect skin. I have breakouts, I have scarring, got texture, the whole 9 yards. So let's see. So this is what the actual consistency looks like. I'm gonna put it on. So it's like got this like golden color to it. I'm gonna blend it in. And I don't really think it makes my face look less dull. I don't know, I just feel like this might be a skin tone thing, but I think I might be too pale for it because all I feel like it did was make my skin look like a weird different color. I don't know. I mean, it definitely, when it says glassy, like I definitely see it. Like I feel like the light is reflecting off my face and I can see that, but I'm not crazy about the color of this personally. It wouldn't be a 4.5 star for me, if you know what I'm saying. Okay, the next product is the concealer I have been testing out. Okay, hold on, let me get it up here. So this has 4.5 stars with 630 reviews. I had high hopes again. This is the L'Oreal True Match Eye Cream and a Concealer. This says it is an instant dark circle corrector plus eye cream. It makes your eye area look fresher, less puffy. It has hyaluronic acid. Again, I have dark circles, so that was very intriguing to me. So I got this in the shade C12, which this is their lightest shade. Remember that, the lightest shade right here. So the way I apply this is with my finger because it is a very watery consistency. Like, it's not even watery, it's just like, I don't know, it's like a cream. Like I can't imagine applying this with anything except my fingers. It's like very salmon-y, which, you know, makes sense if it is going to be color correcting dark circles. I get that. But I feel like it is more of a color corrector than a concealer. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like this is a product you would put under your concealer, not necessarily something you would use as a concealer, because personally I can still see my dark circles. Like, I don't feel like this did what it said it was going to do. I don't think this acts as a concealer. So I was confused why people like this so much as a concealer. I mean, I'm not gonna apply anything over it for this video, but to me, this is a color corrector and not a concealer. Which, I mean, it's called True Match Eye Cream in a Concealer. Eye cream in a concealer, not eye cream in a color corrector. Completely confused. Let me know if you've tried it. Okay, the next product I bought, but I've actually fully used this up before and repurchased it. And when I saw it was like one of the top rated foundations, I was like, yeah, let's get it again. So this is from Catrice, and this is their I'm sorry. Before I get into the foundation, I did not say how much this costs. This is $14.99. That's very expensive. Like almost offensively expensive for a drugstore product. And to be like that, so really not a fan. Now this foundation I have fully used up before. I'm pretty sure I finished a bottle of it last year. This is the Catrice HD Liquid Coverage. This has 4.5 stars with 936 reviews. Like, this is some good stuff. So I used to own the shade Rose Beige, and I would use it when I was self-tan. So I went to the lightest shade, which is called Light Beige, hoping it would work when I am not tan, because that's what I look like right now. And I am not incredibly impressed with the color, at least. It's one of my favorite foundations. Like, it's why I fully have used it up. I also thought it would be really cool to use like drugstore products in this video, but like, I don't have a lot of brushes and sponges left that are clean. So I just kind of had to work with what I got. So we're going with a beauty blender today. Quite the opposite of drugstore. So I just put some on my sponge. What I like this foundation so much is it's super, super lightweight. It has to be one of the most lightweight foundations I've ever used, but the coverage is really, really good. And it's really long wearing. So it's my all-time favorite foundation for the summer because it really can last through a long summer day, which is saying a lot. But it's honestly not. It could be lighter. The shade range on this foundation is not great. And I'm gonna add a little bit extra on here just to touch up where I need extra coverage. Really gotta drag this down. I don't know, I feel like I've been having a lot of trouble finding foundation that really is light enough for me. And I feel like my face and neck are already a little darker than like my arms. So I feel like this just looks even crazier. I mean, for being a fuller coverage, more, I don't want to say it's matte, but it's more like a satin matte foundation. I feel like the primer you can still see through, which is why I still have like a little bit of glow going on. But when I like look in the mirror at my under eyes, like I can still see the dark circles. So I am not impressed with that concealer. Sorry, eye cream and a concealer. And this foundation, this is a full ounce and it retails for $11. That's a great price for this foundation. And it comes in a glass bottle. I mean, I'm not crazy about the dropper. I would much prefer a pump, but it didn't bother me that much. I did fully repurchase it. So yeah. All right, our next new product is a product that I'm going to use right now. I'm going to use it again later on. So it's a cream blush. So I want to show you what it looks like over just like a cream face with before powder. And then I'm going to put it on again after I powder, just so you can see the different ways of using it. Overall, I'm going to say that I can't make up my mind on this product. So I'm going to show you why. So this is from Milani, and this is their new Cheek Kiss cream blush. I have this in the shade Nude Kiss. Nude Kiss. So when I was buying a nude shade, I kind of thought it was going to be kind of more of a neutral type of blush, but it's not. And I'll show you. So I'm going to use the side of this. I'm going to go in, and you're going to see that this is, to me, not a neutral shade. I find this to be like very kind of rosy colored, not nude in the slightest. I will say when it comes to cream cheek products, I do prefer them in this format where I can put a sponge in and tap them out, because I prefer the way a cream product applies this way, because I then usually will take the end I was using on my foundation and tap around the edges just to like get rid of any harshness. And then I've been trying to take some of it across my forehead too, because you know, if the sun's hitting me, it's not just going to be burning my cheeks. Similar to bronzer, it's going to be burning me up here too. So I've been trying to add a little blush up here. Do you guys watch Khaki Reviews Beauty's channel? She is the blush queen, and that's why I started putting blush everywhere. I don't know, like, I don't know. I can't decide how I feel about it, and I feel like it doesn't help that I don't like the way the foundation looks because of the shade not being perfect. I don't know. I definitely would have to feel like I have to mix something in with that foundation shade right now, but I don't know. Like I said, I'm gonna go in with a more over powder because the first time I tried it over powder because a lot of the times when I'm using cream products, a lot of it is after I've already set my face. And I didn't find that this one necessarily works the best on its own over a powder. So I've kind of been using it this way where I put a little on before, then I do the powdering stuff, and then I put a little on after, and I feel like that's when I get the best result, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't hate it, but like I don't think it's the best cream cheek product I've ever used. And that's where I'm gonna leave that. So the next product is not one of the products I bought. So everything that I didn't buy, I tried to pick out really high rated products to use in this video since I did not want to buy a full face. So I have a setting powder and a finishing powder. I'm going to use the finishing powder later on in the video. But for setting powder, the e.l.f. Halo Glow has 4.5 stars with 133 reviews. And I feel like I talked about this a lot in 2020 because I'm pretty sure I discovered this last year. But this is a great setting powder, and it's got a little bit of a glow to it, which is nice. But today I'm not going to set the full face. I'm going to set around my eyes, and then I'm also going to set where I plan on bronzing. But I'm not going to set everywhere. That's the plan. Anywhere I'm planning on putting powder today is the only place I plan on powdering. So a little bit of that on. I feel like it definitely like mattified us the tiniest bit, but I feel like we still have a little glow. This is my favorite loose powder. It's just as good as the high-end stuff. All right, now I have a new brow pencil. This is one I've been lusting after for a while, and I just haven't bitten the bullet. And I realized I didn't say how much the Halo powder is. This is $8. All these prices I'm using are the Ulta prices since I did base this entire video off of Ulta. So I bought this brow pencil. This is from Maybelline, and this is their Brow Ultra Slim Defining Eyebrow Pencil. It costs $7.99. I bought this in the shade Deep Brown. 4.5 stars with 544 reviews. This might be my favorite thing I've discovered in this video. It's hard to say, but I think this might be my favorite thing. This is such a good performing brow pencil. It has a good spoolie. Like, it doesn't have one of those spoolies that feels like it's about to snap off. And the actual brow pencil is like the right consistency. You know how they can be too creamy or too stiff? I feel like this is that right in the middle of the road kind of texture. And I mean, $7.99 for a decent brow pencil is a really good price. Okay, I'm very impressed with this, like very, very, very impressed. Okay, the next product I'm gonna use is a brow gel. I did not buy a brow gel, so a high rated brow gel at Ulta is the Essence Make Me Brow. This has 4.5 stars with 1,563 reviews. This retails for $2.99. And honestly, I'm not much of a tinted brow gel person, but in my opinion, this is the best one I've ever used. So I highly recommend it. And I have this in the shade Brownie Brows. All right, time to go in with bronzer. I did buy a bronzer as well. This one has 4.5 stars, 119 reviews. It's the e.l.f. Primer Infused Bronzer. I bought the shade Forever Sun Kiss. I, for the longest time, had the wrong shade of this. This retails for $6, by the way. For the longest time, I had the shade, I believe it was called Perpetually Tan, and it was just too dark. And I never could find this shade in stock. So for so long, I was just having the other one that I could never use. So I never really like felt like I could try and test out the formula very well because I did not have one that really worked with my skin tone. And I finally was like, you know what? This is it. This is the video where I can finally test this product out that's been so hyped up for so many years. I'm pretty sure the first person I ever saw talking about these bronzers was Jay Kissa. And that was a long time ago, like before she had collabs with e.l.f. I'm also going to grab a fluffy brush and just put a little of this in my crease because we're doing very simplistic eye makeup today, but I like this. Overall, I think this is a great bronzer for the drugstore. I mean, it's nice and matte. I know a lot of people really prefer a matte bronzer, and I think it blends out great. Like, I don't have issues with over applying. Like, I think it's pretty easy to use for $6. I think it's really good. All right, now I did say there was a finishing powder that I was gonna use today. So this one I already owned. This has 4.5 stars with 659 reviews. It is $12. It is the NYX High Glass finishing powder. I have this in the shade Light. And I'm lightly just gonna brush this over my skin just to give a little glow. And then after that, I'm going to go in with the blush again because as you can see, like with everything we've been doing, like my face kind of ate the blush. Like it's kind of gone now, which is one of the reasons I kind of get weird about cream products and then setting them, because they kind of disappear or your face eats them. So I'm gonna go back in with our Milani blush here. I'm gonna add a little of our nude shade, which is so not nude. So I'm gonna do the same exact thing, especially since we're going over powder now. I'm really gonna use a tapping motion and try not to do any swiping. And I'm gonna go in with the end that has the foundation on it, and I'm gonna try to blend it in. I don't know, it's the shade. I think it's the shade for me. I don't like the shade. I think if it was a shade I liked better, or that I felt like worked better with my skin tone, this one just, it doesn't feel nude to me. This one feels more like, I don't know, like pinky pink blush, and that's not really, I'm not really a pinky blush person. Like I'd rather go either in the nude realm or like the orangey realm, but I don't usually go super pink. And I feel like that's what this is. Put it a little on the nose, a little more up here. I mean, I don't feel like it lifts any of the powders up underneath, which is nice, but I don't know. I think it's fine, but it hasn't really won me over yet. Now I'm gonna do the eyes. So first things first, I'm going to be using a shimmer shade. So I'm gonna use my NYX glitter primer today. But for eyeshadow, one of the top rated eyeshadows is the e.l.f. Cream and Sugar palette. This is 4.5 stars with 967 reviews. And I'm gonna go in with just the shimmery like champagne shade. That's my favorite shade in this palette. It will be a nice easy look. Since we already have the bronzer in our crease, I'm just gonna put a little of that on the lid. Like I said, I'm going in with the glitter primer just because I feel like lately, like even if I'm not using glitter, putting this under a shimmer shadow not only helps it pop, but I feel like it helps with the longevity. So like I said, I'm just literally putting a little of that on, and then I'm just gonna go in this shimmer and tap it over that shade, over my lid. It's so shiny. I was not surprised that this was top rated. And then I'm just gonna use the brush I blended in the crease. Just blend those two shades together. And yeah, this is a $3 eyeshadow palette if you're not familiar with it. Now I'm going to use eyeliner. So I have a liquid eyeliner that I already own that I'm gonna use, and then I did buy a new pencil eyeliner. So for a top rated eyeliner, I saw that the Physicians Formula Eye Booster was highly rated, 4.5 stars with 1,035 reviews. This retails for $11.49. I technically have the waterproof version. I really like the waterproof version. I think it's really good. I'm really quick gonna throw on some wings and then I'll be right back. We're having one of those days where the wings just like had a mind of their own and they just kept going. So a lot of the time lately I've been doing a wing on the top and tight lining the top lash line, and I've been experiencing a lot of smudging with a lot of eyeliners I've been trying out lately because I wanted a good retractable one, because sometimes I don't feel like sharpening my pencils. I'm just human. Okay, so this is the one that I purchased. This is the Essence Long Lasting Eye Pencil. I did get this in black, and this pencil retails for $2.49. It has 4.5 stars with 908 reviews, so that's a lot. So I'm really quick gonna tight line and let you know what I think. I think it's okay. I will agree, it does not smudge, which is great. That's really exciting, but I do feel like it doesn't necessarily last. I don't know if long lasting is the word I would use. I basically find that it has worn off by the end of the day, but not smudge. So I guess I care more about the not smudging than the long lasting in that case. So it's not the worst. It's just not necessarily my all-time like #1 like recommendation. Like it definitely doesn't smudge, but it's not long lasting. I think it's weird that it's called long lasting personally. All right, setting spray. This is again another one of the products I think this might be my second favorite product I discovered in this video. So the setting spray I bought is from the Ulta Beauty brand. I bought one of the travel sizes to try out, and this is their Wannabe Fresh makeup setting spray, and it has a dewy finish. This retails for $6. This is 1 fluid ounce, and it has 5 stars with 4 reviews. So yeah, this doesn't have a lot of reviews, but I was like, I want to try it. Like, that's a good price. That's a good sounding product, and it says it protects makeup. It is infused with hyaluronic acid and vitamin B3 for a luminous glow, and it has ultrafine mist. So I really like it. I think it's a good sprayer. I will say it has lavender in it. It has a very lavendery scent, which I find very odd, but I like the glow it gives my skin. Like, it doesn't give that glow that's oily. I feel like it gives the glow that makes you look glowy. So I actually really like this. And I haven't found a product that I like really love from the Ulta Beauty brand in a very, very long time. So this is a big surprise to me. Okay, so for mascara, I am going to put on my Maybelline Sky High mascara that I bought and tried out like a couple weeks ago. I have the waterproof version. I like it. But I will say that when I was looking at the reviews, the original has better reviews than the waterproof. So I'm actually more interested to try the original now. Has anyone tried both? I don't mind it. Like, it definitely doesn't smudge, and that's like one of my biggest things. But this one kind of gets clumpy, which kind of annoys me. Okay. So the last product I bought for this video, oh, I just want to like hit right there a little bit. We don't want it too shiny. So the last product I did buy for this video is a lip product. This is from Milani, so another Milani product. This has 4.5 stars with 55 reviews, costs $8.99, and this is their Ludicrous Matte Lip Crayon, and I picked the shade Can't Even. So let me put it on. So it is like a lip crayon here, and you just kind of, it's easy to apply. I don't really feel like this makeup look goes together at all. I really feel like it's kind of all over the place, but this is just like for review purposes. I actually really like this product. It is nice because it doesn't necessarily super dry out my lips. Like, I do like to use a lip balm before putting it on because it is more matte, but I have a baby and I've kissed her while having this on and it hasn't transferred onto her, which is pretty sweet. So this one is actually pretty good in my opinion if you're okay with a more mattifying product, because it's not going to have that juiciness to it for sure. But yeah, overall, that is full face. My top products are definitely the lip product, the eyebrow product, and the setting spray. Those were, of everything, the biggest standouts for me. I definitely would love to know if you guys liked this kind of style video where I'm not necessarily coming in with a first impression. It's a early review of products that I've just recently started testing out, but they're kind of based on not necessarily being the newest products, but like products that I am interested in, I guess you could say. I don't know. Let me know if you like this, if you would like to see this become a series on my channel. I'm open to suggestions. Definitely let me know. Would you like to see something similar at a different store? Would you like to see something similar at Ulta with the not drugstore products? Drop a comment. Let me know what you guys want to see. Let me know if you guys have tried any of these products and how they worked out for you in the comments. And as usual, thanks for stopping by my channel. If you're new here, click the subscribe button and ring that bell for notifications. I have my Twitter and my Instagram down below. Give them a follow, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.